I don't know if you're seeing this like I am, but I'm really genuinely trying to understand the 2020 strategy. It's like, don't vote because voting doesn't matter, but I like Donnie or whoever, and we're gonna support him, but don't vote because voting doesn't matter. But you gotta call into your congresspeople that people voted for them to get in there in the first place. And then also, anybody that disagrees with me is a RINO, and they're probably bought off by some foreign entity because we disagree on this one thing, and we're gonna come for the good guys when they disagree with you on one thing and just completely ignore all the bad guys. And then it's like, oh, Ron is a globalist, he's a RINO because he is surrounded by these donors and they are deep state, whatever. But if those donors supported Donnie or someone else, that's okay because he's whatever. He was on the outside, or apparently that doesn't matter. And then inflation is Joe's fault, even though the CARES Act and the money printing and all that stuff happened while Donnie was in there. And then all these justice systems are all weaponized and coming for the people when they were already doing that while he was in office. And then they'll be like, oh, it doesn't even matter because there won't even be an election. That's not even going to happen, or it won't matter until we correct what happened in 2020. So it's like, so how are you going to get him in there? How's he going to do that? How is he going to be in there? How's that? I don't understand how that's going to work. If it's just not going to happen. Then what are we doing? We're just watching. We're just like, yeah, happy birthday. I don't understand that. And then it's like, yeah, let's donate on Win Red, and give them like 4% so some other shadow entity can make a profit off the billions of dollars. And every candidate's on Win Red, but donate to them, but this election won't matter. And don't vote, but donate. And the donate, it's like, what's the strategy here? The strategy is we're just gonna steamroll through, and anybody that disagrees is a RINO globalist. That's the strategy? That's the plan for appealing to the 10% to 11% of people that are middle of the road voters that don't decide who they're gonna vote for until the last 2 months. That's how we're gonna win them over to win it back. Got it. But somehow there are good governors and representatives and whatnot left. How did they get in? Like, how did they re-elect DeSantis? How did they re-elect Governor Kemp when there was all that money behind Stacey Abrams? How did they do that? If the voting doesn't matter, how are they in? How did we pick up seats in the House if it's all rigged? Why would they let those people in? How did that occur? It occurred because that was all part of the plan, the grand scheme. That was part of it too. Or they're connected to some globalist, they're connected to some RINO, but when your guy is around the RINO of all RINOs, that doesn't make him a RINO. Okay, I just don't get it. Like, who is passing legislation and accumulating W's that affects your life? Who's doing that? And I live in Florida, and I see the things that are getting passed here. Things about lockdowns, things about juicings, about diapers, about certain rules that can't be passed, that can't be pushed now going forward. Things about CBDCs not being allowed in the state of Florida and other things. Is there another governor that's putting up these wins? I don't know. I don't see that. Is anybody else doing things that we can measure in a large scale that we're like, look at these 10 things? I'm just not seeing that, but I would love to see it if somebody could point it out to me. And the video is not about DeSantis. It's not anti-Donnie, even though everybody wants to pigeonhole any conversation about what's actually going on to be that. But the number one argument that I hear for people saying that DeSantis, for example, is not good is like, I don't trust him. I don't like him. It's like, okay, in that case. But whatever, it's exhausting to even discuss these things. It's exhausting to even try to convince people because I just feel like a lot of people are yelling, but nobody has a plan. And people will always say things to me like, what's your plan? It's like, I've got thousands of videos talking about what I would do, how I would approach it. My plan, my suggestions are very clear. But they're like, what's your plan? What's your plan? I have it here, so I don't know. I just don't understand. But people just going absolutely haywire about every single thing and reposting and retweeting and screaming and squealing and having no strategy other than being like, yeah, 24, vote but don't vote. It's just, I don't understand it. It's a losing strategy in my humble opinion, and I hope we get it figured out. But I don't know, let's dog in on the comments. Let's post it. This guy, I used to like you. Whatever. Good times.